Hey, welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Rate My Base series, or test my defense. So in this series, I'm gonna attack certain people that have chosen to get attacked and to have their base tested to see how well it holds up, to give my constructive criticism and praise to certain bases, to see how well they hold up against certain attacks, defenses. Can be good or bad. This is, just whatever people have said, hey, go test my base out, check it out. So, first I'm going to show you what kind of spells we're working with in this account. So in this account we have Hammer Strike level 9, Toxic level 7, Stun level 4, Firestorm level 5, and Sword Rain is upgrading to level 5. So the Sword Rain is actually pretty weak. It won't be able to kill most of the Pyromancers in one hit. And then the troop-wise, so you can see the spells aren't that great. The Knight is level 7, Archer's level 6, Paladin's level 5, Froster level 3, Cannon level 2, Pyromancer level 2, and we don't have the Arblaster unlocked yet. So those are the troops, and for this series, I'm not gonna use any scrolls to test people's bases out, because I feel that would be a little unfair to go in there. I will discuss points where you should scroll if you are going to scroll against said opponent, and why it would be good to use those scrolls, in that certain spot. So I've went ahead and favorited the opponent that wanted to be attacked. His name is palooo. He's right here. He is 2354. So we'll go ahead and pull his base up. I haven't seen what his actual base looks like yet. I've never attacked him before. So we're going to go through here, and I'm going to go bit by bit with you and explain what my reasoning is for what troop selection, how I'm going to attack his base, what I think the base layout is right now. So first off, I do like how his base is set up. His base is close towards his castle here. So all his towers are, here and to here, pretty much in the middle. I like that. It's closer to the castle, so his wave of troops are going to, be closer to the action. I do like how he has this long straight line right here, and then he has another one right here. So all his ranged troops, his arblasters, which he has a lot of them, and his pyromancers are going to sit right here, and they're going to shoot and take out these guys while they're sitting on the barricades. The only thing that it doesn't look great for that aspect is that if you start with a cannon strategy, the cannons are going to be back here. They're going to kill off that guy. The cannon's going to move up a little bit, kill off these barricades. So like 2 cannons are going to sit back here, and they're going to take no range damage. And then they're going to move up slowly, and they're going to sit like right over here, and they're going to take out this over here. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things will be destroyed before any clutter of troops get over here. So like I said, if you start off with 2 cannons or 3 cannons, those 5 structures and buildings will be taken out, and all his troops will just start walking through the path. Once you get over here, the blockade here is going to be good, stopping everyone here, and the cannons will move up to here, and the cannons get picked off. So that's the only thing is, I might move, 1 or 2 of those blockades. Apologize for that. I might move, 1 of the blockades up here, even though I don't like having them across from each other, but maybe moving that blockade up here or over here. That would probably be a good spot right there if you can put it in between those two. I think it goes right here or right here. But yeah, so otherwise it looks like a pretty good base. So we're going to go into units and towers. So you can see he is a high level player. He has the mortar unlocked. So he's 2 throne rooms, or 1. Let's see, is he 1 or 2 throne room ahead of us? So we have the arblaster. He is 1 throne room ahead of us at least, because I just have to upgrade my troop academy to get the arblaster. So having the mortar is definitely a big plus for him. That's going to do a lot of great damage. I do like how he has a couple archers as well, because they do very, very high DPS. They do 300 damage a shot or so, and you can get 2 of these archers for the price of one of those arblasters. They did get an increase in range, so we're going to see how many. It sounds like he's got a whole bunch of them, and as long as they're upgraded a little bit to like level 3, I believe, then we won't be able to kill them in one sword rain. So we'll go. So I won't be able to test the levels up, but 970. So yeah, as long as they're upgraded to level 2, I won't be able to kill them in one hit. So his Arblaster should be at least level 2. If his Arblaster is level 1, then we have a decent chance of getting to the gate. This base, we shouldn't get that far in it. He has a lot of crossbows, and so he looks to be fairly strong. He has like 1 skull tower. So like I said, all in all, looks like a really good base. I do like the setup. We're going to go on an attack, and we're going to attack with the Hammer Strike, the Firestorm, and the Sword Rain. Cannons, we'll probably have to go with a lot of Paladins, since he is heavy Arblasters. So that we're going Paladins because 75% piercing. We're going to try and soak up a lot of the damage there. So we're definitely going Paladins. And then for the third one, I sort of want to go with Archers, but they have such low life that I'm going to say no and just go with Knights. If I did have the Arblaster unlocked, I would go with Arblasters. So we're going to go like this. Like I said, I'm not going to use any scrolls. If he kills us, that's going to be it. So we're going to go and start out with like 3 cannons in the beginning, and then just let the hero, and then after that we're going to bring out, we're going to let the troops build up a little bit and build up Paladins. We're going to use the hero solely to attack if this is a crossbow tower, we're going to use that to get rid of the crossbow tower. And then we're going to use the hero to attack the barricades, and then just let the cannons do all the work there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So this is the very first episode of this, and like I said, we're going to bring out 2 cannons to start, let the third one build up. He has a bomb tower there, so we're going to come up and touch all those barricades. I have to kill the Arblaster there. So bring in a couple knights to help get through these troops. We're keeping the Pyromancer away from all the other troops. Unfortunately, it was not able to get those guys there. So we're going to come back here. Our cannons are all dead, so we're going to need some more cannons. This is a very good placement for his crossbow tower back there. You have to run away, and hopefully we're going to call these guys back to help build up an army. And there he goes, dead there. So very good crossbow placement, very good start to his base. I didn't get very far. We're going to go ahead and retreat. And you can see it was just way too much for our current level spells and setup. Definitely do like that crossbow placement. So we're going to look at a little mini map here. His crossbow was right here, and this crossbow was hitting way up here. So great placement of the crossbow to have it in a corner right there, because it still has enough range to hit up in that section. Great placement there. Good arrangement of troops. The Pyromancers really did the job killing off all the cannons over there. Yeah, all in all, that was a very, very strong defense. He gained some good trophies out of there, about 20 some odd. So all in all, very, very good defense. We'll actually go ahead and we'll give it one more try, since that was such a bad raid on my part. I know I'm not going to be able to beat his base. I just want to try and get at least a little bit further. So again, I'm going to bring out 2 cannons, and then I will bring out a bunch of knights this time. Now I'm going to bring out a bunch of paladins. Need to come over here, keep the pyromancers from attacking my troops. Bring out a couple knights and paladins there. Come back. It appears his arblasters are only level 1, which he definitely needs to upgrade that, because if my sword rain was a little bit stronger, so I can hit the mortar from back here. So we're going to sit back here, build up some people, regenerate a little bit. Call out some knights. Unfortunately, that cannon's going to get killed. I want to try and rush as fast as possible down here to try and get rid of the mortar and move the other cannon away. Calling the troops, running back here to try and bring an army up. So yeah, his arblasters do need to be leveled up. That's one of the only faults I can see of his defense so far. This would be a good area to use a scroll right here to kill off all the defenses. Everything is bunched up together. So that's another fault. If someone's going to use scrolls, they can probably get through most of his base by using 2 scrolls. Using a scroll up in this area to kill off the side things, and then using a scroll down over here. But all in all, a very, very good defense. You can see we got maybe 30% of the way through this time. So all in all, a very, very good defense. Yeah, we got exactly 30%. So the only thing, I would recommend for him is to upgrade your arblaster as soon as possible, because my sword rain was killing them in 1 hit, and it's only level 4. You definitely want your arblasters and your pyromancers to live through a sword rain. His pyromancers were living, which is good. But once I upgrade the sword rain, we're going to gain another like 200, 250 strength. So they might kill the pyromancers and the arblasters in 1 hit. So that's something he's got to work on. But otherwise, a great solid base there. So I think that was a pretty fun way to start. You guys get to see me get my my ass handed to me on a silver platter in the first episode. Like I said, very good base, good use of the mortars, good use of the crossbow tower here. He has a crossbow tower here as well. They have great range. They're hard to hit. You have to hit them with the range spells. Overall, great base here. And this is something that you should try, try a similar base design like that. Definitely recommend it. On a scale of 10, I would give this one definitely a 10. There's not really many flaws in this at all. Good defenses, like you said. The only thing I might change would be moving one of the barricades over to the other side, over to here or to here. But otherwise, this is a great base. He does have everything cluttered here, so if you're going to use scrolls, you can scroll like up here and hit most of this stuff, and you can scroll once you get down here. But it does have a 45-second cooldown, so you can't constantly scroll. But yeah, that's the only downside is a good scroll right here could take out most of his base. But other than that, this is a great looking base here. Definitely approve of it. This is beat me twice, really good. And that's something you got to watch out for. So if I see this base out there, I'm going to definitely skip it. Pretty much anytime I see a mortar, I normally skip it. Mortars are really powerful. So keep up the great work, palooo, and I'll look forward to the next episode.